The veteran navigators serving Livingston, Washtenaw, Monroe, and Lenawee counties are proud to present Beyond the Uniform, a Walking with Warriors podcast. Each month, we share the personal stories, challenges, triumphs, and experiences of Michigan veterans and military families. These are conversations about service, sacrifice, resilience, and the journeys that continue long after the uniform comes off. Now, here's your host.
This is Kathy Williams, and with me on tonight's program is Don Behm. And Don is a 82nd Airborne veteran from the Vietnam War. And Don, first off, we want to thank you for taking time out of your day to talk with us.
Thank you.
So the name of the program, of course, is Beyond the Uniform. So we wanted to, many of us are aware of how just incomprehensible the whole experience of Vietnam was. It's hard for us to deal with, even us that weren't deployed or directly involved in the war. So kind of share a little bit maybe about your experience in the war.
Well, I was in the 82nd Airborne. I got over there in June of '68. I became a radio operator in the infantry unit, which meant I carried a 27-pound radio besides everything else. And I was in contact with higher. I also had the ability to call in airstrikes, medevacs, artillery, or whatever needed to be done.
Right.
I did that for a year.
Okay.
Then got on an airplane, and like 72 hours later, I'm sitting on a curb in Toledo, Ohio, waiting for my wife and my mother to pick me up.
Oh, my goodness.
Out of the jungle.
Yeah.
In less than 3 days.
Yeah, and that seems to be the what happened to a lot of people when they came back.
That was the norm
boom.
then.
Yeah,
that was the norm.
Yeah. So when you came back then, many people share that they didn't feel real welcome.
Yeah, it was particularly difficult for me. When I got back, there was a lot of turmoil. The place I worked held my job open for me. I got back there and I could see that they were going to go bankrupt. I needed another job.
Oh, no.
So I started checking for jobs. And I actually it was legal back then. And the guy actually did me a favor. He said, "Look, Don," he said, "if I want problems, I'd hire Vietnam vets." Because I was in my shirt and so so I learned to get rid of my boots and stuff and interview.
Right. Oh my gosh.
It was there was a lot of prejudice against us.
Yeah.
At that point in time, even from our own military organizations, it's really tough now to even imagine that. Because when I travel around, sometimes I'll go in for breakfast someplace, and I'll go to pay my bill and somebody's picked it up and I don't know who. Yeah. So I've got to see America flip from one side completely to the other.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's great.
Well, and I think that, you just brought up a great point. So you all have a breakfast that you get together with at Tucky's Big Boy, one of my favorite places.
Yeah, a number of different places.
Yeah.
And Walking with Warriors is there to facilitate for a lot of people. I've got all my benefits and stuff because I started back in 1999.
Okay.
But we run across so many people here that say, well, the VA's been hard. I've got 20%. I don't deserve it. And that's not what we're here to facilitate.
Right.
With Valor, which is one of the groups that has Walking with Warriors in. And Walking with Warriors has, I forget how many, representatives around the state to help navigate through the system because it is so difficult.
So when you first came back then, you didn't have those kind of support groups?
There was nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
There was absolutely nothing until they come out with a diagnosis of PTSD in 1980. Basically, there was nothing then. Then it began to realize, and then it filtered into the VA.
Right.
And into most of the systems that there was such a thing. I prefer to call it PTS, post-traumatic stress, because I don't think the disorder part fits, because I think anybody that's been through what we would have gone through would have the same reaction.
Right.
And I don't think it's a disorder to me. That's just my personal, that's a personal thing I have.
No, and that's a legitimate thing too, though. But you didn't, back when you first came out, you didn't even talk to other veterans really about what you were going through, did you?
There was 4 of us that went through together. We got into the company about the same time.
Okay.
And we didn't communicate for almost 35 years later.
Wow.
And now we're very, very tight. I just was down in Solon a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm.
We try to get together every year, but there was nothing then.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to hear anything you had to say about that.
No. They didn't want to talk about it. They want to just move on.
Everybody, your family, everybody said, just forget it.
Yeah.
Put it behind
you. And you can't do that. I don't think it's realistic to be able to just pack it away in a little door in your brain.
I tried that for 30-some years and it didn't work.
Goodness, no, I know.
Then I wound up in VA hospital.
Yeah.
Between 1999 and 2005, I was in 9 times for between 2 weeks and 8 weeks at a time.
Yeah.
But what I'd done is I had a job where I could work all the hours I wanted to, do pretty much what I wanted to. And so I would work 60, 70 hours a week or whatever.
Right.
To keep that down.
Right.
And in the meantime, I avoided my family and did damage to my family.
Yeah.
But we didn't know any different.
No.
So when... after I got full disability from the VA back in 2005 or 2006, Erica and another friend and myself named Tom, we was able to, through a bunch of circumstances, work with the National Guard to welcome those people home and warn them that there's a change coming.
Right.
Especially in families like, a lot of the National Guard, they were in war a year. Some of them got stopgap. Some of them had 2 or 3 deployments. And when they come home, their wives had taken care of everything, and we call it the want to take the remote back syndrome.
Oh, gotcha.
And so what we did at these meetings, and we met them all when they come back for 2 days, and we would warn them as best we could. There's changes about to come, and be aware.
Right.
And that was very rewarding because I was giving back. And one of the things that helps veterans who've been through maybe a lot of trauma is being able to give back.
Oh, for sure.
Because that makes the whole experience worth it.
Yeah. Well, I think that comes into play. Anybody who's gone through a specific kind of trauma, they need the person that's gone through that same thing.
Right.
Yeah. And so, I think that's a wonderful thing that we have a lot of groups now and a lot of organizations that all do the 365 wraparound or 360-degree wraparound to support in whatever way.
Exactly.
You need the support.
You support the veteran, you support the family, you automatically support the veteran also.
Yeah. And yet still, do you, so I think maybe it's the age or whatever, it's hard to reach out and ask for help.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, you always think, I can handle this myself.
Oh, yeah. That's yes.
Yeah.
And that's why the navigation of the walking warriors and so on is so important because it's almost impossible to do it alone.
Right.
It's almost impossible.
Yeah. I know me and God get through a lot of things, but I need somebody physical too.
And we have a lot, the VSOs and so on do a very good job, but it's a lot of people don't get to the VSOs.
Okay.
And so, what we try and do is get them to the VSOs and normalize the situation and walk through that with them.
Exactly. So do you find, so it sounds like you're finding good support now.
Yes.
And of course the ability to reach out and help other veterans so that, hopefully they don't go through similar perils as you have since you got back from Vietnam.
Right, or at least be able to tell them that it's going to be difficult but doable, and make sure you're there to give them hope to continue on.
Right. I know sadly the suicide rate's pretty high, and so the more people that we can reach out to and give some help to, it becomes a buddy system almost, really.
Yeah, that describes it very well.
Okay.
That describes it very well. I've been there, done that.
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, we have the Flags and Lights thing in September, which commemorates the agreed upon number that 22 veterans a day commit suicide. And here in Lenawee County, that's in this area, that's very, very prominent. Clayton is Village Park is where that all started. So the last day of September, we have a ceremony out there in the village, Clayton Village Park, and we have the 22 flags and lights for day.
Okay.
And we have quite a crowd. Quite a few people show up there.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of camaraderie. That's what it is. All during that month, every Wednesday this year, we'll have hot dogs and stuff. Just stop by.
Okay. So would you say that overall you're in a better place now? I mean, you're going to have PTS the rest of your life.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely.
Okay.
After treatment in 2005 there, I went for 20-some years.
Okay.
Got along pretty well. Had a little hiccup here a while ago, but overall, the situation is much better. We Vietnam veterans, really put an effort to make sure that the veterans from Gulf War and the 9/11 and all that come home.
Okay.
And we're welcome home.
Okay.
And we're proud of that.
You should be, because you know what it's like to be on the other side.
Right.
I think locally, I've always felt well about the fundraiser we do here at the radio station for
Yes,
veterans.
absolutely.
We raise a lot of money, and we know the money all stays with Lenawee County veterans. And
Right.
so I think there are more people on the positive side of helping than on the I don't want to talk about a side anymore.
By far, and because of my background and people like myself that have the same background, we're kind of in a unique position to open that up with people that have a tendency not to want to talk.
Exactly. So Don, if any of our listeners would like to reach out, what's the best way for them to do that?
Well, there's so many organizations.
But if they want to find out more about Walking with Warriors.
Yes, Walking with Warriors, that would be, there's Erica Behm is the representative for Walking with Warriors in Lenawee, Washtenaw,
and
Monroe, and the next county north of there. And she has just an amazing repertoire of where help is and what's effective for their particular situation, where all the VSOs are.
Right.
Just to guide into whatever type of resource you need.
Okay. So her office number is 517-662-0003, and that's Erica Behm. And they are located, her office is here in Adrian. And it is the Lenawee, Livingston, Monroe, and Washtenaw counties.
That's right,
That's the one we couldn't remember. So I'm sure she'd be happy if you reach out. She can tell you different locations of where the groups are at, and would be happy to help connect you with any services that you might need.
Yes.
Well, Don, we appreciate you talking with us and wish you nothing but the best in the future.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to Beyond the Uniform, a Walking with Warriors podcast. To learn more about the Walking with Warriors program and resources available to Michigan veterans and military families, visit michigan.gov/walkingwithwarriors. Join us again on the last Thursday of each month at 6:15 p.m. for another inspiring conversation on Beyond the Uniform. If you've missed an episode, you can listen anytime on the WLEN YouTube channel or under the on-air audio tab at WLEN.com. Until next time, thank you to all who have served and to the families who serve beside them.